There are numerous things that we have normalized, thinking that they are classy, but they are actually inelegant and barbaric. In this episode, I am going to highlight those very things that we always think they are classy, when in turn, they are super barbaric. Stay tuned until the end of the episode. First thing, posting your bedroom intimate pictures on your social media platforms. Like, really? Where did our manners go? Nobody really needs to know about your bedroom intimate pictures. We have actually normalized this, but to be honest, it's very tacky and very trashy. So this is one of those things that we need to do away with, because we think it's normal doing this and posting, posting aimlessly our videos, our intimate and very personal videos on social medias. It's not normal, it's not right. It's actually mannerless and highly barbaric. So you want to do away with that. Secondly, exaggerated nail art as well as elongated nails. You want to keep your nails short or almost medium short, like I have, instead of having it super lengthy and super elongated. Well, unless you are an artist, a performance artist, that may be understandable, because that's what perhaps your brand is all about, all these looks that present, long nails and maybe long lashes and all that. But for the elegant woman and for the elegant queen, short and normal lengthy nails goes a long way. So always maintain short, spick and span, medium nails, as well as nails which are rather minimalistic and do not have any exaggerated arts and patterns. If anything, in most cases, nails with exaggerated patterns that are rather highly elongated always send a message that you are ghetto, if you know what I mean. Secondly, flossing money on social media platforms, as well as splashing money at events, like for instance in weddings. I know in most cases we think this is actually, this is the modern thing to do and this is the perfect way to go about everything. In as much as we want to gift people at events and, bless them with our currencies and all this, splashing and spraying money at events is never something to be associated with an elegant woman or an elegant person. I know this will ruffle a lot of feathers, but sorry, as an elegant educator, I have to tell you nothing but the truth. The third thing that always looks classy, but it's actually trashy, branded outfits with exaggerated logos. There's no way, big logos and exaggerated logos, there's no way it can be on the same line as elegance. So those, when you're the kind of person who loves big logos and you want to be associated with elegance, maybe it's time for you to begin toning it down. So in order for you to come across as elegant, you want to minimize logos as much as you can. The fourth thing, overspraying perfumes. Again, matters of elegance, minimalism. It's always about minimalism, and less always goes a long way. Spraying your perfume is okay, and going a little extra is also okay. The problem always comes when you are overspraying your perfume. Like, for instance, in one session, you are like spraying even maybe 100 sprays and 50 sprays, and you're doing it like all over and everywhere. So overspraying your perfume is also another thing that we have normalized, and I don't care what is trending on Instagram Reels or even TikTok. I know that is what is trending, but to be honest, it's not elegant. So if you want to be considered elegant, you want to spray your perfume the correct way. And by the way, I have a video whereby I discuss about perfume etiquette, and I've even gone an extra mile to show you in that video the correct way of spraying your perfume. So you might want to look into that video. I will share the link on the description box. Moreover, super tight clothings. If you've worn if you're the kind of person that really likes super tight clothing, and someone suddenly told you, like, you know, when you wear super tight clothing, it will somehow give you an illusion that you are slim or skinny, let me tell you the truth, they lied to you. Super tight clothing actually may come across as tacky, because first and foremost, it's like you can't even breathe, yeah? So you want to wear clothings with the right fittings, clothings that are not super tight and that are not super baggy. Baby hairs, and especially exaggerated baby hairs. To be honest, baby hairs in itself is not inelegant. Like, for instance, someone like me, I always have like a lot of, you know, natural baby hairs, and this is something that I can't fight. And I always have a problem, especially when I go to the hair salon, when they're trying to braid my front hair. Like, it's always tough for most of my hairdressers to do it because I have a lot of natural baby hairs. So if you have natural baby hairs like I do, that's not an issue. The problem always occurs when you have these wigs and weaves and you're really trying to exaggerate your baby hairs to an extent whereby baby hair has come almost your baby hair is almost covering your eye. To be honest, we have normalized this, but it's high time that we correct this because it's tacky, it's trashy, it's barbaric, and it's not just the right way to go about it. So we need to cut down and trim on all these exaggerated baby hairs. Actually, for me, I always love my wigs with minimal to totally no baby hairs. Overdone body enhancement procedures. I know we now live in a world whereby as long as you are economically blessed, you can opt for the option of body enhancement. If you have like a very huge waist, you can perhaps opt for a liposuction and have a very slim waist and all those kind of body enhancement procedures. Now, the problem always occurs when the body enhancement is not done appropriately, or rather when it is exaggerated. You find like someone actually was chubby and then they've done a liposuction that is really exaggerated, and suddenly their face is still chubby and now their body is slim. In another scenario, you are a very slim person, you have gone for breast enlargement, and suddenly your breasts are now heavier than your whole body. Also, if you're not naturally blessed with fuller lips, you've gone for lips enlargement, and suddenly they've done it to an extent whereby you can't even talk well, because if you utter words, it's like you have a problem. So we want to be mindful of such stuff as well. I know we have normalized all these exaggerated body enhancement procedures, but to be honest, when it's overdone, it may come across as tacky. Personally, I'm the kind of person who just prefers staying natural, and of course, I have nothing against anyone who prefers body enhancement procedures. The problem always occurs when it is overly done or inappropriately done, because first and foremost, it's detrimental to your health, and secondly, you will end up looking worse than you looked originally. So you want to, if you have to do a body enhancement procedure, please go to the best hospitals and make sure that they are very professional, and this is something that they've done on repeatedly and on many occasions, and they can't go wrong with the procedures. The next point, exaggerated ripped jeans. There's nothing wrong with wearing ripped jeans. and especially if it's just ripped in one area or even just two areas. Now, the problem always occurs when you wear a ripped jeans that is actually ripped everywhere. We think it's fashion, we think it's fashionable, but to be honest, it's tacky. In fact, I had to say that in capital letters. It's tacky. Sorry if I have offended you, but it's actually tacky. So you want to also be mindful about wearing ripped jeans. Minimal, when it has minimal, rip, it's okay. The problem always occurs when it's exaggerated. Oversized clothing. Oversized clothing. You need to wear proper fitting clothing. Unnatural hair colors and exaggerated hair dyes. I mean, why on earth would someone want to wear blue hair? Like, why? Why? In the name of wanting to look beautiful, and blue hairs, like really? Yellow hairs, I've seen someone wearing yellow hairs. Purple, exaggerated purple hairs. And all these funny colors, exaggerated shouting red colors on your hair. Like, why? I know. Okay, again, let me just be fair. If you are an artist, a performance artist, like for instance, you're Nicki Minaj or Taylor Swift, maybe that's okay because that goes along with their brand. But if you want to be considered elegant and you don't really necessarily need to color your hair in order to portray your brand, like for example, the musical artists that I had mentioned, which for them, of course, it's normal. And it's totally okay because they do that for a living and they have to, wear all these funny colors because this is what they do for a living. They are artists and all that. So for the elegant woman, if you don't need to color your hair, to be honest, just do the mild dyes and just go for the non-exaggerated hair colors if you want to come across as elegant. I repeat, if you are an artist, it may be okay because you are doing it for a living. And of course, maybe for you as an artist, matters of elegance maybe doesn't go a long way for you because you have to maybe color your hair for a living and maybe portray a certain image for your brand. Furthermore, wearing heavily loaded makeup. I mean, the purpose of makeup is to enhance our natural features and not to hide. The problem always occurs when we try to hide our natural features and create images of people that we actually aren't. So we want to be cautious about that too. Elevated high heels. You don't need to wear red carpet elevated high heels on a dinner date or even on a normal occasion. So you want to be mindful of that as well. Exaggerated elevated high heels. Why would you wear a 6-foot high heel for a dinner date or even an 8-inch high heel? So it doesn't look elegant, to be honest. We may have normalized this, but it's not elegant. Being a party animal and always posting pics of yourself in the same regard. There's nothing wrong with being a party animal, but to be honest, do you think it's cool when every now and again you want to post on your Instagram stories and WhatsApp stories and everywhere that you're always drinking and you're drunk and you're always intoxicated and you're always aimlessly dancing around like someone who doesn't have a sense of direction? My apologies to party animals, but then again, be mindful. And first and foremost, as an elegant person, you should know your alcohol limit. So being a party animal and always posting pics regarding the same doesn't always come across as elegant. Wearing cheap belts. Replenishing lipsticks or lip glosses or generally any kind of makeup at the dining table in the public vicinity. You want to excuse yourself in order to do so and go to an area that has been set aside for a private area that has been set aside for ladies to replenish your makeup. Overindulgence in materialistic luxury items, and constantly being flashy on social media. This is relatively similar to something that I had stated earlier. So you want, in as much as we want to post luxury and all that, luxury stuff and materials on social media and all that, we also want to be mindful not to overdo it. Remember also, over-consumerism may actually be an issue, and to some extent it may actually even be a mental disorder. And these are some of the things that we might want to be mindful of. I love posting luxury stuff every once and again, but the problem, to be honest, if you want to be considered elegant, you want to avoid overindulgence of the same. Tucking in napkin into your shirt or dress during dining. You want to place your napkin on your lap. Your napkin should always be placed on your lap and not on into your dress or top dress. I mean, you're not an infant or even a toddler, you know, so it just looks funny. And the best way and the elegant way to go about it is placing your napkin onto your lap. Publicly and aimlessly sharing your vision board. This we have really normalized, but to be honest, your vision board should be confidential and it should be personal. And by the way, this is a reminder, if you haven't made your vision board, it's time to do it. There's actually a Bible verse in Habakkuk, I think 2:2, that says, you know, put it in plain and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it's actually even biblical. And let me tell you, writing a vision board really goes a long way. And it helps you, it's like a constant reminder for you to keep on working hard so that you can fulfill your vision. And apart from that, it's like you're telling God, okay, God, this is what I want. This is my vision board, and this is what I want. So think about it. If you haven't created your vision board, maybe it's time for you to go about it. So this is it for this episode. I hope you've learned something, and I hope to see you on my next episode. Bye.